video is to help students prepare for the debut string orchestra audition for the Houston Youth Symphony's 2021-2022 season. The excerpt on this audition is Safford, Rise of the Majestics. I will play the excerpt in its entirety, and then we will talk about some of the ways we can practice and learn this excerpt together. Our tempo for this excerpt is written that quarter note should equal 100. It is always good to practice your excerpts with a metronome to make sure that you know what the appropriate tempo will be. When we start to learn something, it's very rare that we'll start at full tempo. My favorite way to start is at half tempo. So I'm going to go ahead and put my metronome on 50. Or alternatively, I could put my metronome on 100 and make sure that I'm thinking in eighth notes rather than in quarter notes. I'm going to play through the excerpt at half tempo. This would be a good practice tempo to go through the excerpt. Before I play, let me point out a few features that you might want to take note of. At the very beginning, we have one sharp in our key signature. However, at the end of the first line, our key changes, and now we have two flats. We have gone into the key of G minor. So we definitely want to take note of that and make sure that we know what we want our finger patterns to be with the different key signatures. Here's the excerpt at half tempo. Noticed that there are certain passages I am playing in third position rather than staying in first position for the entire excerpt. The reason for this is to make sure that string crossings are not disrupting my rhythm. Although you can play the opening in first position, there is a lot of string crossings, and we are crossing over to the G string for only one note. If we play the beginning in third position, we can start on the G string. And now we're only only playing on 2 strings for the entire first measure instead of 3 strings. I shift back to first position at the beginning of the second bar on the F natural. The other spot that I'm doing in third position is in measure 52. This is again so that I don't have to worry about crossing strings during the 16th notes and having it disrupt my rhythm. In measure 52, I'm starting in first position. I play an open D and use that open D to shift to third position. In the next measure, I shift back on the F natural. These fingerings are optional. However, anytime we decide on a fingering, we want to weigh the benefit of the technical ease and difficulty of that fingering. When we're choosing a fingering, we want to think about the tone color, the phrasing, whether we would prefer to cross strings or prefer to shift. Ultimately, the fingering you choose should be the one that has the best intonation and stays in rhythm. Anytime you're preparing an excerpt for an audition, there are a few things you want to keep at the front of your mind. Number 1, intonation. You want to make sure not only are you playing the right notes, but they're in tune. Number 2, rhythm. Make sure that you know exactly how all of the rhythms on the page fit into the beat and that you can accurately play them. Number 3, tone, quality, and production. Make sure that even when you're practicing slowly, that you have a consistent contact point and that you're doing the dynamics and getting a good sound whether you're playing soft or playing loud. Let's go ahead and play the excerpt at full tempo with the metronome. Happy practicing and best of luck on your HYS audition.